Hi.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So today we're going to have the presentation here on Mimeo. This is class of the, this is the 8th of April. So this is what we're going to be covering today. First, we're going to still keep revising articles. But today we're going to revise articles with geographical names. Do you remember articles with geographical names?
Yes.
We have two options. Remember?
Yes.
What were the two options?
D and no article.
The and no article. Good. We are going to be introducing quantity words, also known as quantifiers. What do you know or what do you remember about quantity words? If I say, for example, some, any, how many, how much? Do you know those words?
Yes.
Yes, more or less?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we're going to be seeing how to use them. And finally, we're going to be focusing on some writing activity. Okay? This is all on the book. Still on the handout, but we're going to be seeing that today. So, before we do this activity, let's quickly revise the uses. So, can you see the word? The
A mí
document?
se me trabó la pantalla.
Sí, suele pasar.
A mí también.
It usually happens when I go back and forth between documents. So I'm going to cancelar this, and now it should work properly. Can you see?
Yes.
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 So this is a little revision. We said we use no article with continents. Do you remember continents? Countries,
Yes.
states, and cities. Those we use no articles. We also use no articles with lakes. That is the only body of water. Do you know what body of water is? Una cantidad de agua that we use with no articles. All the rest, we have rivers, oceans, seas, islands, we use with the. Lakes are the only ones that we use without an article. Individual mountains and individual islands are used with no article. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, do you remember this?
Yes.
Mi se me salió, no sé por qué.
Yes.
What? ¿Qué dijeron?
Se me había salido, perdón, ahí volví a entrar.
It's okay, no worries. So we said continents, countries, states, villages or provinces. Also lakes, mountains, and islands. Those without an article. Now, we use the with rivers, with oceans and seas. So, if you see, I'm grouping them differently because this is water. Oceans and seas, also water. So, if you have rivers, oceans, seas, we use the. If we have a group of islands or a group of mountains, that is mountain ranges, we use the. And with deserts, we use the. Right? So the only water that is over there are lakes. And then all the other groups of water are here. Then groups of islands and, oh, I hate this. Groups of islands and groups of mountains are used with the. So, is that clear?
Yes.
Yes. So, are we ready to do this activity?
Yes.
We need
Yes.
to use the correct option. We're not going to make examples. So, with lakes, we use the or no article?
No article.
No article.
Correct. It's green because green is good.
Se me traba la imagen.
Se trabó
Sí,
la
a mí
pantalla.
también.
Vamos de nuevo
Me
porque
también.
that is because I changed from the Google document, the Word document to the Mimeo document. Here, can you see?
Yes. Sí.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2, oceans.
De.
De.
Correct. Well, here is a spelling mistake, but it says continents.
No
No article.
Good. Cities.
No
Article.
Oh, deserts.
De.
No article.
De.
They or no article?
De.
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 Correct. Mountains.
No article.
No article.
As opposed to mountain ranges.
De.
De.
There. And with rivers?
De.
Oh, that's so easy. A piece of cake, right? So, you remember this. Very good.
Yes.
Do you find this easy or difficult?
Easy.
Easy.
So, well, since it's so easy, let's make 3 examples. We're going to make one example with cities. So who can tell me a sentence? Who can make up a sentence with the name? Let's think of a city, Córdoba. So make up a sentence using Córdoba.
I live in Córdoba.
I live in Córdoba, not I live in the Córdoba. Let's make one up with Cordillera de los Andes.
I visited Cordillera de los Andes.
De Cordillera de los Andes,
Claro.
because this is a mountain range. The Andes
De Cordillera de
mountain
los
range.
Andes is big.
Right, very good. And the last one, this one, Sahara Desert.
The Sahara Desert is very beautiful.
Very hot, dry, whatever. Very good, very
I
good.
never visited
The Sahara Desert.
the
Correct.
Sahara Desert.
Are there any questions regarding articles?
No.
No? Okay, we're moving on then. Now, we're going to get into the topic of today. Grammar, quantity words, quantifiers. So, who can read these sentences? Okay, I'll do it. This is very heavy. So, there aren't many days until the holidays. I need some money for the bus. Would you like a few sweets? We don't have any milk. There are some fantastic cafes in my town. I haven't got any pets. Newspaper report didn't give a lot of information. All the food was delicious. Now, I want you to pay attention to the words in bold. Do you know what in bold means?
No.
Negrita.
No.
Las palabras en negrita. So days, money, sweets, milk, cafes, pets, information, and the food.
Okay.
We're going to classify them into countable and uncountable nouns. Do you remember countable and uncountable nouns?
Yes.
What are they? So who can explain to me what is a countable noun?
The things that you can count.
So those are objects that you can say, for example, I have a book. And then if I
One
have
book,
any
two books,
I
three
say
books.
1 book, 2 books, 3 books, 4 books. Now, an uncountable noun is something that you cannot count, right? So it's the opposite of a countable noun. For example,
Yes.
water.
Ocean.
It's a fluid, right? So it's something that you cannot say 1 water, 2 waters, 3 waters.
Yes.
You want to count it.
Yes.
What do you have to do? You can do something with uncountable nouns. Do you remember? So, for example, if I say a glass of water, is that countable? What have I done if I say a glass of water? So we have uncountable nouns, but then we can use certain words to make them countable. For example, if I say water, it is uncountable. But if I say 1 glass of water, 2 glasses of water, 3
Yes.
glasses of water,
Countable.
right?
Uncountable.
Them countable. The same with advice. For example, advice in English is uncountable. But then I say, can you give me a piece of advice? Sería un pedazo de consejo in Spanish. Be careful because the concepts of countable and uncountable in English are different from the way we use them in Spanish. So in Spanish, we think of un consejo. And in Spanish, it is countable, right? But in English, they think it differently. They say, no, advice is uncountable because you cannot count it. So be careful with that.
Yes.
Right? So if I say days, is that countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Countable. Remember that uncountable nouns do not have a plural form. So if I say money, is that countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
You cannot say monies. It doesn't exist.
Yes.
So some money. Good. If I say sweets,
Countable.
Countable.
countable. Look at the S at the end of the word. It is a plural, so we say 1 sweet, 2 sweet, 3 sweets. Milk, what about milk?
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Uncountable, it's like water. Cafes,
Uncountable. Uncountable.
what's the difference between cafe and coffee? Like this.
That the coffee is that you drink, and
Cafe
cafe
is
is the place where you
Good.
go.
Good. So cafe
Yes.
is the place that you go, like cafeteria, to have a cup of coffee. And coffee
Yes.
with double F and double E is the drink. So coffee is uncountable, but coffee is uncountable, but cafe is countable because it's a place. So
Yes.
in this case,
Yes.
cafe, what is it?
Countable.
It's countable.
Countable.
Very good.
Countable.
Pets,
Countable.
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 Information,
Uncountable.
uncountable. It's uncountable. We do not
Yes.
say informations. And the food or food,
Countable.
Countable.
Uncountable.
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 It's uncountable. We do not say one food.
Food.
If you want to say a meal, that's a type of food, right? So we say 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals. But food, it's uncountable. Good. Now we need to look at the underlined words. What are the underlined? Subrayadas. Good.
Subraya.
So these ones we have many, some, a few, any, again, some, any, a lot of, and all. All of these words are called quantifiers or quantity words. They give information about the amount of something, right? So if I say I have many days, we have a lot of days. If I say some money, a little, right? If I say a few, I have a few. Now we're going to look at them into detail. Okay, here we have the charts again. So when we're going to start here with some and any.
Yes.
I'm going to read all of them. So we have some, any, how much, how many, all, a little, a few, a lot of. So we're going to start with these two. Some and any are used to talk about quantity when we don't know the number or amount. We are not sure. So we use some in positive sentences. What is a positive sentence? Does it mean that it's very cheerful, or what does it mean? It's very optimistic? No.
No.
What is a positive sentence?
Oraciones verdaderas.
Sorry?
Oraciones verdaderas.
Claro, it would be like a straightforward sentence. Then we have negative sentences. For example, don't. I don't have any milk. I have some milk. And in questions, is there any milk? Now, we move. Are there any questions here?
No.
Some and any?
No.
No.
What do they have in common? Some and any. That we do not know the amount or number.
The number of the amount.
So, some and any can be used both with countables and uncountable nouns, right? Because we're not sure about the amount. The difference is that some is used with positive sentences and any with negatives or questions. Now, we move on to this one here. We have first, how much and how many. What about this? Do you know the difference between how much and how many?
Yes.
First, both of them are used to make questions or negative sentences. So if I say, how much milk do we have left? As opposed to how many books are in the table, we use how much with uncountable nouns and how many with plural countable nouns, right? So if I say, how much books are there in the table? Is that correct?
No.
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 Because how much is used with uncountable nouns. Good. And how many water is there? No, that's incorrect as well. And then we have all. All is used with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So all is used with all of them, as the name suggests. And the little thing here, it says that we don't use the after all when talking in general. For example, or birds lay eggs. So, are there any questions up to now?
No.
Are there any questions? I used any. And finally, we have these three ones. We have a little, a few, a lot of. So we use a little when we have an uncountable noun and we need to talk about a small quantity. So they have a little money to buy sweets, a little water, a little milk. Yes, small quantities with uncountable nouns. Now, if we have small quantities but plural countable nouns, we use a few. So I have a few pesos in my account. I have a few dollars in my account, right?
Right.
I have a few pets. I have a few lollipops, right? Small quantity, but with plural countable. And then we have a lot of. Do we use a lot of to talk about small quantities? What do you think?
No.
Large.
No.
Large quantities. So when we have large quantities in positive sentences, we use a lot of. And the little box here, it says we usually use a lot of, not much, and many in positive sentences with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So we use a lot of with both of them. For example, we've got a lot of fruit, or we've got a lot of biscuits. So this is a lot of information. Are there any questions?
No.
No? Okay. So we're going to be moving on to here. We have this little chart to make things clearer. So with countable nouns, to make questions or negatives, we use how many. For example, how many books are there in the table? There are a few, right? So countable nouns, how many? Then with uncountable nouns, also to make questions and negatives, we use how much. For example, how much water is there in the glass? Not much, a little, with uncountable nouns. Then with both of them, we can use a lot of in positive sentences to mean large quantities, some and any. No, this one's to mean little quantities. And then we have all that are used with both, some and any that are used with both, but the difference is that some is used with positive sentences and any with questions and negatives. Does this chart help you or does it confuse you? Which one do you like best of the two presentations? This one or this one?
This.
This one?
This.
So I know where to go back to if we have to look for theory. So are you ready to start working with
Yes.
this? Okay, go to the book, page 14. It looks like this. And the rest of us are going to be going to the web page. Page 14 on your book. Oh, sorry. Here. We're going to be working on page 14, exercise, the one that's on the right. Exercise 4. It looks like this. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
No.
So.
No. No.
No.
No, miss.
Okay. Now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So here, this one is, we need to choose the correct words to complete the examples in the grammar box. So we need to choose the correct option. The first one, we need to choose between some, any, how much, how many, all. So the first one, we went shopping for some or any new trainers.
Any.
Some or any. We went shopping
Some.
for
Some.
some. Why some?
Is positive.
Because it's a
Because
positive
it's positive.
sentence. Good. Very good. Let's see. Some goes with plural countable nouns and also with positive. Oh, how do I close this?
Close.
Close.
Ah, justo estaba la pantalla ahí. Okay, good. There won't be some or any problems.
Any.
Any.
Any. Why any?
In negative.
Because it's a negative sentence. Any in negative sentences. Good. How people do you want to invite?
Many.
Many.
Many. Good. Why many?
It's countable.
Because it's a countable noun. Good. How money do you need?
Much.
How much money do you need? Why?
Because it's uncountable.
Because it's
Uncountable. Very good. All the classes start in 10 minutes.
All.
All the classes. Why? Because it goes with countable nouns. Good. And now we need to complete the rest of them with either a little, a few, or a lot of. Remember, a little and a few with small quantities, a lot of with big quantities. A little with uncountable nouns, a few with countable nouns. I need to give you information.
A little.
a little.
A little. Why?
Because it's uncountable.
Information is uncountable. Very good. I spent the afternoon with friends from school.
A few.
A few.
A few. Good. Friends is countable. So we use a few. We have
A lot.
A lot of.
a lot of different hobbies. Check. Good. Oh, I thought I had a chat. Very good. I'll give you 2 minutes for you to write this down.
Yes.
Remember, you can take a screenshot, you can write it down on a piece of paper if you don't have the book, and if you do have the book, you circle the correct option or underline it or whatever you feel like. Ready?
No.
No.
Yes.
Finished?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Great, great. Now we are moving on to the next exercise. So this is exercise number 4 on page 14. Now we're going to do exercise 5. Also on page 14. So we have to complete the quiz. This is a quiz for choosing the perfect hangout house. What do you think a hangout house is? Do you know what hangout means?
No.
No.
If I say, I'm going to hang out with some friends tonight.
No.
What am I saying?
De fiesta.
No, I'm asking for the meaning. What does it mean? Juntarse. So a hangout house, what do you think a hangout house is?
¿Dónde se van a juntar?
Right, a house for hanging out with your friends. So we're going to read a quiz and we need to complete with the correct word. We have to choose. We don't have options. We need to choose with all the options we've been seeing. Wait a sec. Let me. This is the section on. Okay, so you've got a lot of time, but only a. We're going to do the first. A little. Oh, a little money. The fun places to go are expensive, so you need the perfect hangout house.
Out.
All.
All the fun places to go are expensive, so you need the perfect hangout house. Okay, Now I'm going to use this. And, okay, let me see. ¿Quiénes estamos hoy? Santiago, Julián. Scream your names, please. Who else is missing? Díganme los nombres, porque así los meto acá.
Agustina.
Facundo.
Agustina,
Francisco Martínez.
Facundo. Who else?
Francisco Díaz.
Martínez.
Fran de Ignacio. Igna, ¿ustedes dicen Igna, Nacho? ¿Cómo te dicen?
Igna.
Igna. ¿Quién más
Francisco
tenemos?
Martínez.
Facundo
Y
Tanquilla.
Fran
Valentina.
Martínez. ¿Quién me falta? Facundo, Tanquilla. Hay dos Facus hoy, ¿o no? Facundo, Tanquilla y...
Valentina Rosel.
Ah, Valen Rosel también me faltó. Pedro. Un chat debe ser de alguien que no tiene el micrófono. Oh, no puedo ver. Who is missing? Who is missing? Siento que me falta alguien. Vicky vino. ¿Llegó Vicky?
Sí, el de ese el mensaje que mandó recién.
Ah, genial. Good. Mi, yo llegué un poco tarde. Sí, sí te noté, Vicky. And do we have anyone missing? Beep, 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 beep. Sophie Salva. Good.
Sí.
Okay. So, let's see who's going to read. Valen. Can you read the first one?
Okay. You want to invite the friends. Do you need to ask first?
What did you say? Sorry?
You want to invite the friends.
Okay.
Do you need to ask first?
Okay.
Some friends.
Let's see. Good. Very good. Some friends. Why some?
Because friends is countable.
Friends is it's a plural countable noun and it means a little, a few. Very good. Let's see who's next. Facundo Tanquilla. Can you do number 4 to, I don't know, this one?
How many friends can you hang out?
Very good. Again, we have how many because we have a question and a plural countable noun. Good. Oh, those closest. Valen, Rosel. Can you do
Yes,
the next
miss.
one?
Yes. How time can you spend in your room before your mom does come in? How much?
Good. How much? Well, let's see. Yeah, good. Why how much?
Because time is uncountable.
Good. And the sentence, is this a positive sentence, a negative, a question?
A question.
Good. So we have an uncountable noun in a question. And the last one. Oh, puse Valentina. Well, Valen Cuello. No, Belén Cuello. Oh, Valen, your surname?
Cuello.
Ah, Cuello. Cuenca es Belén. Ay, tengo un...
Sí.
Okay, so. Can you do the next one?
Okay. Is it okay to take drinks and snacks for the kitchen?
Snacks is plural.
Some.
It says
Some.
Can you say some snacks? All right. I think here is the problem. We have
is
Yes?
Yes.
Ah, pensé que alguien decía algo. So, if we have a, what do we need here? A lot of, a little, a few.
a lot of.
You think they're asking for a lot of snacks? Or if I'm asking for permission, I'm asking for some of them. So I say a few snacks.
A few.
If you're asking here, I mean, you could say a lot
A
of.
lot.
A lot of.
No, pero yo te hablaba.
Ah, few. The thing is that you could say grammatically, it is okay to say a lot of, but imagine the situation. You're asking permission to take snacks from the kitchen. So you're not going to go and say, I'll take all of the snacks with me and take a lot of the snacks. If you're asking for permission, you're going to say, I'll take a few snacks, right? So we say a few and not a little because snacks is countable. It's plural countable. But since we are asking for permission, it makes more sense to say a few and not a lot of, right?
Yes.
Good. Is it clear? Are there any questions?
No.
I'll give you 2 minutes for you to write it down. Ready?
Yes.
Good. Now we'll go back to the presentation. Okay, so if you don't have
Please,
any questions
me
regarding
trabo.
yes.
Bravo.
Sorry?
Me trabo la pantalla.
Oh God. Okay. Here we go again. Here we go again. Right. So if you don't have any questions about quantifiers, we're going to move on to some theory about writing. Okay? So go to page 17 on your book. 16. It says 17, but it starts on page 16. It looks like this. Like this. You have the pictures.
Yes.
Do you like writing? I think I already asked you this and you said no.
Exactly.
You like writing exercises?
No.
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 Well, they're very short.
No.
They're only 100 words, so it's okay. So this is to start warming up. So remember, do you remember last class that we covered picture descriptions and we ticked different items? We said, well, we're going to talk about people and the actions and the places, blah, 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 blah. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so here we're going to do the same. So we need to imagine. Imagine you meet a teenager from a different area or country, right? What do you want to know about their hometown? We're not going to put the ideas in order. I just want you to keep in mind all of these items, all of these things for you to talk about with someone from other country. Have you ever had a pen pal? Do you know what a pen pal is?
No.
Well, I don't know if the term applies now, but a pen pal is a friend that you write to from another country. This is people used to send handwritten letters, but have you ever had an online friend from another country?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's very common today because of the internet, right? So imagine that you are sending an email or you're meeting someone from a different country. These ideas are the ones that you want to cover. So we say location. What is location?
Lugar.
Lugar.
Sorry?
Lugar.
Lugar.
Lugar, right, sorry. Population.
Ubicación.
The people. Places where young people can hang out, spend their time together. Transport. How they get along, how they move from this one place to another. Schools, right? History of the country or place, and the problems that young people face, the problems for young people. So, now this is exercise 1. We're going to move on to exercise 2. So, this is the hypothetical situation. The situation is that your English teacher, me, has asked you to do the task in the attachment. Read it and answer the questions below. So the task is this. It's the little box here. It says Schools e-twinning program.
Y se trabó la pantalla.
Oh,
Sí.
Se traba la pantalla.
Sí, eso.
yes.
Yo pensé que estaba.
I
Sí, yo
don't
también, pero
know
no
why
entendía nada.
I don't know why it's so annoying today. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Ahí
Yes.
está.
Ahí está.
Oh.
Okay, I need someone to read it because I'm tired of reading. Santiago, Santi, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you read this?
Yes.
The program?
A school in Chicago.
A school in Chicago, USA, is going to be our new twin school. The students there want to know about places in our country. Write an article in about
100.
100 words about a town or city you know. Include information about the location, what you can do there, and your own opinion. All the articles will go on the share site for other schools to read.
Good. So you need to write an article that other students are going to read in the USA. So, who is going to read your article? Just your teacher, people your age, or the public in general? Let's go back here. Who is going to read it? Just teachers, other schools, other students from other schools, or everyone?
Other students.
Other students. So people your age. Good. And what will make an interesting article? Information and lists of numbers, personal examples and opinions, or information, personal examples, and opinions. What do you think? Only information, only opinions?
Information, personal exam, and opinions.
So the last one,
Number
right?
3.
Number
one.
C.
The last one. Good. Good. So now go to the next page, page 17. We're going to be seeing some useful language that will help you on your writing. So it's exercise, no, not this one. This one, exercise 5 on page 17. Okay, so this is some useful language that you can use to make your article more organized, or in order to say where things are. So things can be, yes? ¿Se puede ver la pantalla?
Yes.
Yes. So things are in the north, in the south, in the east, or in the west. What is in the north?
Norte.
En el norte. Good. In the south?
En el sur.
Sur. East? Este. West?
Oeste.
Oeste. Good. Then we have in the capital, in the center of, in an area called, or in a region called. So the capital?
La capital.
Right. The center of.
El centro.
El centro de.
An area called.
Un área
An
llamada.
area or region.
Una región
Una
llamada.
Una región llamada.
Esto es para hablar del lugar en general. Good. If I say near the mountains, near the capital, near the border with, what is near?
Cerca.
Cerca.
Al lado.
Close
Cerca.
to. So, close to the mountains, cerca de
Las montañas.
De las montañas.
close to the capital, and close to the border. What is the border? This word.
Era.
La frontera. That's la frontera. You know what frontera is?
Yes.
Where two
Yes.
countries meet, there's the border here. On the coast, on
Costa.
En la
en
costa.
la costa, good, by the sea or water. ¿Qué es esto? By the sea.
Ahora.
Cerca de el río, el lago. El sea es el
Mar.
Mar, water is water in general. Right? So this is information, this is useful for saying where things are. No, I don't like this one. I don't like the activity, but I want you to keep in mind the useful language. Now we have more. What? I'm confused. No, I don't like this exercise. Here we have more exercise. So this is exercise 7, and we have more useful language. This one related to connectors. Do you know what connectors are?
Yes.
Conectores.
Yes.
What are connectors?
Conectores.
They serve the purpose to link our ideas. So we have one idea here, and we link them through a connector. So, ¿no entendiste? No escuché. Oh, I don't know. So, the first connector is and. And this is to add more information, right? Then we have but. We use but to introduce something different. So, for example, I went to Córdoba and Carlos Paz. One plus the other. And then I think they're very nice, but there was a lot of people there. There were a lot of people. It was very noisy. So here we have one idea and the other one is contrasted, right? So we use but to add a different idea, something different. Then we have because that is used to introduce a reason. So we say, I didn't like it because I don't like noisy places. So I decided to leave the other day, the following day. Right? So it's used to introduce a result. We have and, but, because, and so. I like living in Turkey because I like the hot weather. Right?
Yes.
You already know this, I think. You use this all the time. Are there any questions?
No.
No.
We are on exercise 7. We're going to do this activity. So, who can read up to mountains? Who can read from here up to mountains? Let's see the first paragraph. Fran Martínez.
Okay. My hometown is Bilbao at the north of Spain. It's in an area called the Basque Country, and the city is at the coast, near the coast and the mountains.
Let's see. Oh, so here we say it's in the north of.
Okay.
We do not say at. In the north of. Remember, here we're talking about collocations. Acá estamos hablando de colocaciones. So here it's not, we don't have a complex explanation. It's just that you say in the north. Why? Because of reasons. Because it is. So Santi, can you do now the up to number 6?
Yes.
3?
We have different local sports because I don't only play football. I also like it here. So there are some there are some interesting places to hang out.
Okay, so here we have to think in cause and consequence. It says we have 2 ideas. We have different local sports. I don't only play football. What comes first? Because we have different local sports, I don't only play football, or because I don't play football, the people have different sports. What comes first? ¿Qué es consecuencia de qué?
¿Qué?
Lo voy a hacer en español. Acá hay
No,
un
sí.
problema de qué es consecuencia de qué cosa. ¿Qué viene como consecuencia de qué? Entonces.
No, que él no puede hacer fútbol porque hay varias.
Porque ya
local
hay.
sport.
Entonces, para hablar de results, we use so. Acá pasa al revés. I also like it here because there are some interesting places. Primero estuvieron los places. Y porque están los places, I like it here. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Acá hay que pensar en relación de qué viene primero y qué es la causa, qué es la consecuencia. And we have 2 more. Fran, you just read? ¿Quién no? ¿Quién leyó recién?
I speak.
Yeah. Bueno, Sophie, vamos con Sophie. Can you do the last 2?
Yes.
There's an art gallery.
Yes. There's an art gallery, but it is in a boring gray building. It looks like a ship, and it has a huge statue of a doll in front.
Fíjate que dice it.
In front of it.
Good. And the last
I
one.
think that life here is good. Bilbao is in a very big city, but there's also a lot to do, and people are friendly.
Let's see. Good. Correct. So I'll give you 2 minutes, and then you write it down. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
Yes.
Finish.
Yes.
Good. Now we're moving on to exercise 9. We're going to get to work. It says write on, like this. It looks like this. You have all the different boxes. So please, here first, read the writing task. Complete the paragraph plan with ideas for your article. Make notes for each paragraph. So this is the task. You're going to write about the place where I grew up. What does grow up mean?
Crecer.
Donde creciste.
So the place where you were little and then you became older. Where do you live? What can young people do there? How good is this place to grow up in? Write an article answering these questions and we will put it on our website. So remember the website we were reading, the first website that was going to be posted on a USA website for other kids in other schools to read?
Yes.
Yes. So you're going to write about the place where you grew up. You're going to write about, you're going to describe it. You're going to say, where do you live? First, name the place. What can young people do in that place? How good is it a place to grow up? You have to write the article and it will be posted on the website. We're not going to post it anywhere. It's just for the sake of hypothetical fun. So the article that you're writing is going to have 100 words. Bueno, no puedo hacerlo con las manos, pero 100 palabras. And it's going to be divided onto 3 paragraphs. Do you know how to structure a writing? ¿Cómo se estructura?
No.
No. So you're going to have 3 questions and you're going to answer each question on 1 paragraph, right? So the questions are these ones. Beep, beep, beep. In the first paragraph, you're going to talk about the place where you live. You're going to say, well, I live in Córdoba, and then you're going to give an opinion. You're going to describe it. Córdoba, it's a very, usually it's a very lively city. It's live. But now, since we are at our homes all day because of coronavirus, it's very quiet. I grew up here and I like it because there are a lot of parks to go and play. So that is the first one. I talked about the place where I live and then I gave my opinion. On the second paragraph, you're going to talk about what can young people do here. So you need to give examples. Young people in Córdoba can go and enjoy a nice afternoon in the park drinking mate. They can also go grab a beer, tomar una cerveza, because there are a lot of different bars in the center of the city. And you can also go clubbing. Do you know what clubbing is?
No.
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 You can go clubbing to places like night clubbing. You can go out at night, ir a los boliches. And then in the third paragraph, you have to talk about how good is this place to grow up in. Do you understand this question?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So here you have to answer the last question and also give your opinion. So I think that this is a good place to grow up in because you have a lot of places to have fun and there are a lot of different options for schools and education. And that's it. That's my paragraph. That's my article. And then you're going to You're going to write it and send it. The idea is that you have, tienen que hagan un esquema o un borrador en donde pongan idea number 1, peladita, así sin nada, y después te desarrollan. Si la hacen en la compu, la pueden ir editando. So you're going to make notes for each paragraph. Do you understand the writing activity?
Yes.
You have the 3 questions and you need to answer the 3 questions in
ahora?
each paragraph. What?
¿Lo hacemos ahora o de
No,
tarea?
esto es para que lo estoy explicando bien, para que la voy a postear en el aula virtual para que la hagan de tarea.
Okay.
Ah, bien.
Tienen tiempo, sí. Sí, no los voy a mandar ahora en 20 minutos a que escriban. No soy tan cruel. But I wanted to make it clear so there aren't any questions. So it's clear for you to write. Yes.
¿Vos subías las clases a YouTube, no?
Sí.
Ah, por las dudas.
¿Te sirve?
Por las dudas.
Por las dudas. Yes.
Sí.
Anyway, you have the information. You have the information on your book, and I will, in the writing task, cuando les suba la actividad de Google Classroom, les voy a recordar las preguntas. Don't worry. The questions, I will remind you of the questions and the paragraphs and how many words. Okay?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
No.
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 Okay, we have a few minutes left, so we're going to be working on the handout. We're not going to use the book anymore. We're going to be working on the handout on page 10 with some exercises regarding quantity words. So the handout, page 10, it looks like this, or like this. You have it here. I forget that you have all the pictures here. So, are you there? We're going to be working on exercise 5 and 6.
Yes.
Okay. Exercise. Okay, here, exercise 5. Let's see. Oh, paren que se me there.
What page, miss?
10. Fran, no sé por qué te elige todo el tiempo. Santi.
Ah, sí, ya. Bueno.
The first one. Oh, so you need to choose the correct words to complete the sentences. Can you do the first one?
Yes. Ah, no.
Page 10, exercise 5.
I like to invite some friends
Round tonight. To invite round means to invite them to come hang out. Okay? Let's see. Belu.
Yes.
Are you there?
How people were at the party? Yes. How many?
Good. Why do we say how many?
Because it's countable.
Because
People, it's countable. Good. And we have a question. Very
yes.
good. Oh. Julian. Can you do number 3?
Okay. I'm sorry, we don't have any snacks.
Good. Good. Why any?
Because it's countable.
Good. Very
Negative.
good. And negative. Yes. Valen, Rosel.
Negative.
Yes, miss.
Can you do number 4?
Yes. Some fun activities don't cost much. No. So, sí, yes, much.
Very good. Yes. Why much?
Because it's console.
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
But you did it anyway. So it counts. Vicky. Vicky Espinedo. Is she here? Creo que ella es la que tiene problemas con el audio. I can't remember. Well, Sophie, you just read? No, ¿quién leyó recién? No, no leyó Sophie. Sophie, can you do
Vale,
number 5?
Rosel.
What?
Okay. It's easy to organize a party if you have a little help from your parents.
Let's see. Good. Very good. Next one is Pedro.
Yes.
6.
Dan has got a lot of computer games.
Good. Good. Very good. Well, Vicky, but she's not answering. Facundo.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, the screen is. Wait a sec. Here.
Can you drink spell drink with you?
Can you bring, sorry?
A fel. Sí, a fel.
A few, sorry, I couldn't understand. A few drinks with you. Very good. And last one, Santi. Here, you have every a few.
All my friends love this new film.
Correct. Very good. So, 2 minutes for you to write it down. Ready?
Yes.
And here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? We're going to do the last one. And this is the last exercise for today. We're going to read an article about the perfect teenage hangout. So the perfect hangout will be a get-together. And think of one word which best fits each gap. We need to complete the blank spaces with one word. So I'm going to read it. You're going to help me with the spaces. It's called A Place of My Own. Ben Radcliffe has the perfect hangout space. A wooden hut in his garden. You know what a hut is?
No.
Like a cabaña. Ben's hut is warm and comfortable inside. There's a carpet on the floor and there are chairs.
You.
A lot of or
A lot of.
You think there are a lot of or a few?
lot of.
Lot of some.
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 But we have a.
A little.
If it's not a lot of and we have a, what else can we use?
A few.
A few.
Few.
A few.
Let's see. A few chairs. Good. But there aren't very places to sit.
Any.
Very many. Let's check. Good. If I have a lot of friends here, We have to sit on the floor, Ben says.
A lot.
A lot of. Good. I think I read of. There's electricity and heating in the hut, and Ben can also use the Wi-Fi from inside the house. It's great. I use my hangout house every day, Ben says. I keep my computer games here.
All my computer.
All
my computer.
All my computer games here, and I can listen to music or watch films. And what if it's noisy? It's impossible to be completely quiet, but I don't make noise.
Any noise.
Any noise.
Let's see. Amor. What other options can you think of? Much. I don't make much noise. That means he makes some noise because he cannot be completely quiet. So, but it's not much. Por eso no usamos any. Porque si decimos any, quiere decir que no hace nada de ruido. Y acá dice que alguito de ruido hace. The only problem is that there aren't windows. Any windows. Good. So it isn't possible to see outside. But of course, that also means that no one can see in. Good. This is the end. Are there any questions?
No.
No? Okay. I'll give you a minute and then you can write it down. Ready?
Yes.
Yes? Good. Would you like to play a Kahoot?
Yes.
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 Good.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to play one. This one's about quantifiers. So, you know how it works. You know you have to go to Kahoot here. I'm going to copy and paste the music there. This is, I cannot send. Paren, un segundo que se... Yo quiero abrir el chat y no puedo. Okay, I cannot open the chat, but this is the pin, and this is the link.
I mandé el...
Oh, thank you. I don't know why the chat is not opening. I have 4, 5, 6. 7. 9. Okay, we're starting now. Who is missing? Who's left? Yes. Ready?
No me anda muy bien el wifi, entonces
no
puedo.
Don't worry, no pasa nada. Oh, alguien se nos bajó. Ahí está.
Go.
Let's start. What?
Ya pude.
Good.
No, me equivoqué. No.
Aha. Oh, nickname is number 2. Who is nickname?
Facundo, tranquila, it's me.
Okay.
Creo que lo hice mal.
No.
Oh, this one's difficult.
No.
Lo hice bien.
Está medio.
A lot of was a possible option, actually. So if you chose a lot of, it was not wrong.
Siéntanse orgullosos. Miss, how many questions are we going to do?
Oh, remember, times in this case is it's countable. We say time in general is uncountable, but if we say 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, as in amount of attempts you did, it is countable. We're going to do 10 because 25 is a lot.
No. Hice mal.
No.
Ay.
If it said minutes, then you could have chosen some. I need some minutes.
Yes.
But because it said
Era
minutes,
minute.
right, because it's only one, and you cannot
Entendí
say
a
a little
minute.
because it's countable.
La rebajé.
Good, very good. With any, with questions, we use any. Oh, we have a double one.
No.
Good. Nickname is winning.
No. I think that is.
Okay, here we have she couldn't remember a little information or much information. In this case, because the sentence is in the negative, that is why we say not much, right? If the sentence was positive, then we would say a little. There's a little information about the website. There's not much information, right? So with negative sentences, we use much, and with positive sentences, we use a little.
Oh.
Good, this one's easy. Two more. Remember, you cannot say many water because water is uncountable. A few water, the same. You cannot say a few because a few works with countable nouns. And the same. The only one here, the only possible one here is some because some works with both countable and uncountable. Okay, last one. Final round.
No,
No.
Is there any salt? Remember that salt is an uncountable noun, right? Do we have plurals with uncountable nouns?
No.
No. So, are there any salt is not a possible question because we are not answering with yes, there are. Yeah, we are going to say, yeah, there's some salt, there's a little salt because it's uncountable. So the question with are implying that it's a plural noun is not possible, right? Do you understand this one?
Yes.
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 Okay, let's see who won.
I was so close.
Oh no, this one is the picture. This in endgame. So the podium.
Yeah.
Third place.
Oh. Yes.
Congratulations, nickname. And here we have Valencuello. I'm going to the music. There. So, well, we're finished for today. Thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Easter. Happy Easter. Eat a lot of chocolate, and take care of yourselves. Bye. Remember to do the right thing. I will be posting the activity on Google Classroom. Bye. Bye,
Miss.
everyone.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, Miss. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Bye, everyone.
Happy Easter.